I'm in Minecraft Snapshot 13 week 04A, commenting on bug MC-108, pistons extend when blocks are providing power to the block above them, further clarified later to show that it's diagonal as well, like in this example. From what we know of classic redstone mechanics, this piston is not receiving any power. It's not having any dust or any powered block touching it, but if you do a block update next to it, it extends. It updates its status to being powered. This is obviously a bug. If we remove the power and then update it again, it'll retract. This can actually be used to have pistons that are extended without any power source touching them. It's obviously an issue. Now, the thing is, it's not just block updates right next to them. It's also redstone updates. Over here I built a self-resetting block update detector. It just sends a pulse anytime it updates, and it's down on the ground level to show you that redstone updates as well. If I place a bit of redstone dust here and then break it, it causes a redstone update, which causes this thing to fire even though, you know, there's nothing actually touching it. In fact, if I run some redstone dust over here and place this torch, toggling the state here is going to toggle how, you know, it's going to fire this thing off. That's obviously buggy because, you know, the two circuits aren't even connected. Even if you have a wall between the two, it'll still cause the update. So you can be sitting here inside your house with some devices on the other side, place a redstone torch on the ground, and the other stuff fires off even though it's not connected. Now, block update detection and redstone powering with pistons is not consistent when it comes to redstone devices in general. Now, if we power these various devices diagonally, two pistons, and I'll get into why I'm using two later, a redstone lamp and a door, if we update this piston, it extends. If we update this piston, it extends because these are being powered. If we update this lamp, nothing. This lamp is not updating because this lamp is not receiving power. Same thing with this door. We can update this door on all the sides we can do properly and it won't update. These pistons, however, did update. That's not consistent with the way redstone works in general. In addition, the way they stop receiving power changes depending on their orientation. If I turn the power off, the piston that was facing upwards depowers because it realizes that it's no longer receiving power, but this sideways piston does not depower and it needs a block update in order to stop it. Now for an example scenario, let's say you're in a house, you have toggleable lights, and you also have a lock so that your chest can't be opened because it can't be opened when there's a solid block above them. Now individually these work fine, and as you can see the redstone lines are not connected at all. However, when the lights are on, it powers this line of redstone dust, which is diagonal to the pistons, making these pistons be a block update detector. So for example, when the lights are on, you can extend to the pistons, but you can't retract them. Depowering them does nothing. You have to turn the lights off in order to depower them. In addition, if you have both of these on and you try to depower the pistons, they're not going to do anything until you depower the lights. And same thing with redstone updates here. If you wanted to put a piece of redstone dust here and then break it, it would cause just that piston to extend. So you can see all the issues this would cause when building, you know, other redstone contraptions near pistons. That said, block update detectors are very, very useful. There's a wide variety of uses for them, and I think that block update detectors should be officially added as their own block in order to segregate them from the piston issue. Mojang said that it would not fix the piston bug because people were using it for block update detectors. However, it's an annoying bug when working with pistons in general, but block update detection is useful, so it should be segregated, perhaps into its own redstone block or function. Just to show you some of the uses, like I showed earlier with this thing, it can receive a redstone update from a block away. So if we were to hook it up to a single redstone tick generator with sticky pistons, we could make a completely hidden door. Very useful. No hidden lever, no indication that you need to do this. Another thing is showing the growth stages of sugarcane. because sugarcane is blocks and they do grow up. These pistons right here, they're normal, are being powered diagonally, so they've become block update detectors. When the block below them updates, meaning the sugarcane is grown, they push up. When all of them are up, the signal is bridged and the indicator light comes on, at which point you can remove them and hit the reset button. And I use this for another machine over there, but that's another thing. Another example is to have completely hidden redstone buttons. Hit the button, door opens, but there's no redstone on the other side. In fact, there's a button on the other side which does the same thing, because they're providing power to this block. Same thing over here. Provide power to this block, and the mechanism actually fires, even though there's no visible redstone or anything. So this can be used to have buttons on walls and, things like this without any messy redstone or preventing players from getting to the other side. The way this works is that there's a piston right below it. So this block, which is a block above the piston, as in the original description of bug MC-108, gets powered, and normally this would not realize that it's being powered, unless there's an update. So if it's powered and then gets an update, it fires. In order to automatically provide the updates, a Redstone Comparator with power is pointed to this block here, which means that it automatically updates. So that's the reason this can work. So without any sort of block update detection block down here, this thing's not going to work properly. One thing that block update detectors are often used in is traps. Diamond door, break the diamond door, fall into a pit. This is because behind the diamond ore is the piston part of a block update detector. When it's updated, it just pulses off for a second, which retracts the pistons, causing the player to fall into the lava or whatever else. So there's all sorts of, hidden mechanisms or update detection things you can use with block update detectors, so I think they should be in the game, but I think they need to be segregated from the piston powering bug, and pistons need to receive power like all the other redstone objects.